VIEWVAST.
Once upon a time, on an ominous evening, the date was November 13th, 1974. The address was 112 Ocean Avenue, Amityville, Long Island, New York. Looking outside, you could see a large Dutch colonial house. Inside, it seemed everyone was in their beds sleeping. Although, to their dismay, this wasn't the case. A 23-year-old man named Ronald DeFeo Jr. murdered 6 of his family members in cold blood. This event would spawn a larger-than-life worldwide horror sensation. From news headlines, published books, to even Hollywood movies, the Amityville Horror Story spread like a virus with its shock and awe value. In contrast to this devastating event, many other people would profit in the millions from this tragedy. Why did Ronald DeFeo Jr., aka Butch, kill his entire family? Butch killed his mother, father, 2 brothers, and 2 sisters. How and why would anyone do such an evil thing? If you're seeking for a logical answer, it's hard to find one, as this was a completely illogical event. Many conspiracy theories came out of the Amityville horror because whenever a horrific, unexplainable event takes place, people are primarily programmed to seek an answer. Everything has been theorized, from Butch being possessed by demons to mafia affiliations. It was rumored that the family had ties to the Genovese crime family. In the 1970s, the mafia was the most powerful underground organization. The mob's power, however, has declined dramatically from the 1970s because of beefed-up law enforcement. In 1985, the Mafia Commission trial and former Attorney General Rudy Giuliani brought down the 5 families using the RICO Act. Let's put the conspiracies aside for now and stick to the facts that we know about the Amityville horror. Who were the members of the DeFeo family? Ronald DeFeo Sr., the father, moved his family from Brooklyn, New York to live in suburbia on Long Island. Ronald DeFeo Sr. was exceptional at his job as he made a prosperous living as a car dealer. He was killed alongside the remainder of his family by his son Ronald Jr. the evening of November 13th, 1974. He was just 44 years of age. Louise DeFeo was the mother of the family. She was killed in the same bed next to her husband. Louise was only 43 years of age. Who were the DeFeo siblings? Dawn DeFeo. Dawn was the second oldest of her family, the first daughter of the DeFeos. She was shot dead while asleep and the 3rd murder victim. It was a shame because Dawn was just starting her life as it was taken away from her at 18 years old. Mark DeFeo was only 12 years old when his older, sadistic brother shot him dead in the back while asleep. Mark was the 4th born. It was said in police reports that he was sleeping next to his younger brother. John DeFeo was the youngest boy in the family who fell victim to his older brother's killing spree. John was only 9 years of age when he was murdered, shot in the back just like his brother Mark, lying next to him while asleep. Allison DeFeo was the last murder victim in the Amityville horror. She was the 3rd oldest sibling in the family. Shocking reports say that she was awake during her murder. The loud gunshots probably woke her up. Allison was only 13 years of age. What happened to Ronald DeFeo Jr., aka Butch, after the Amityville murders? At the end of the murder trial, he was convicted and sentenced to 6 consecutive life terms. Ronald DeFeo Jr. was born on September 26, 1951. What makes this story even creepier is that the Amityville murderer still lives to this day in his late 60s. During the trial, his lawyer gambled on the idea that his client was mentally insane. This way, he would have a lesser sentence or go to an insane asylum versus a prison. Butch DeFeo claimed he heard voices in his head that told him to do it. DeFeo is currently an inmate at the Sullivan Correctional Facility in the town of Fallsburg, New York, and the majority of his interests and demands to the parole board to date have been denied.
VIEWVAST.